So what is multi-level inheritance? We just remove from multiple inheritance this A. Okay. So now B inherits A and C inherits B. Nothing else. I mean, you can still access the functions, okay, but this is multi-level. Level 1, A is inherited. Level 2, B is inherited. Level 3, C is inherited. So this is multi-level. So save it and see the output. You see the same output with this, okay, because B is inherited by C and A is inherited by B. So all the functions are available, okay. So what if we provide a display function here? Display, we provide define display self, and we provide print polymorphism. So this is polymorphism, right? Polymorphism means if I call obj of display, right, obj of display, display of obj, this C, right, and I should comment this to see the polymorphism. File, save, and we should go here and we should, you see polymorphism, which function executed? Not the B. This is class C function executed. So display means there are two displays. If I change this display to display 1, then it should display the A and B of B. Okay. So 0 0, because we have not set A B. So if I call this here B, okay, then you should see the difference. So this is B. So this time display of C, object is C. Object is C. Obj.display, B is called. B display is called. But if it has its own display function, then this display function is called, will be called, right? So this is called polymorphism. You see polymorphism? This function will be called. Now this is polymorphism, means multiple same interface with different output. Interface is same display. Obj will call display. It does not know whether this display is B display or A display or C display. Okay, this is called polymorphism, and this is multi-level inheritance. Okay, so using multi-level inheritance, you implement this polymorphism. Okay, so there are different versions of display. Okay, so different roles. Okay, so display function has different roles. In B it prints B, in C it prints polymorphism. Okay, so different roles means different shapes. So different shapes, one thing having different shapes is called polymorphism. So this is how we implement polymorphism, right? Or overriding. This is called overriding. Overriding, right? So overriding or polymorphism. Overriding means we override the functionality of B. B's display is present in the B. That should be called. But now C has its own functionality and it has overrided the functionality of display in the B. Okay, so this is called polymorphism. So we have abstraction, we have encapsulation. Just this is when you write some function and AB is encapsulated, you cannot access directly, then this is encapsulation. Okay, so we have inheritance, we have multiple inheritance, we have multi-level inheritance, we have overriding polymorphism, and we have encapsulation. These are the four fundamental properties of object oriented. So we should say that Python is pure object oriented, okay, because it has inherited everything. You see, it has displayed private variables, it has displayed abstraction, it has displayed this polymorphism, inheritance, encapsulation, everything is there, okay. So encapsulation is simple. This class name is itself the class encapsulates variables, data and functions. This class, when you define a class, data and functions, it is encapsulation. When you say sum and inside self dot a is equal to a, self dot b is equal to, this is also encapsulation. So this is encapsulation. And abstraction means when you have private public variable and that is abstraction. That is abstraction, okay. When you define a class, it is abstraction, okay. That is called abstraction. And encapsulation means you encapsulate with this a and b. So this is a related term, encapsulation and abstraction. So a class name is abstract, not real, okay. We create objects to make it real, okay. And we define functions, and we apply private public functions, public access specifiers to make it encapsulated, okay, encapsulation. And we inherit the properties and methods of base class. In the child, it is inheritance, and we override the methods of the base class. We means we are doing polymorphism. Different shape. Poly means many, and morphous means shapes, different shapes. So Python is pure object oriented, right? It is interpreted language, but it is object oriented, okay. Now you have concept of object oriented. You can use libraries. You have studied modules. You can now use libraries like for numeric functionalities, use NumPy. For scientific functionalities, SciPy. For plotting functionality, Matplotlib, or its advanced version Seaborn, okay. You can use that for the distribution, for the categorization, for the visualization, okay. All those are related with these classes. Class concept is fundamental to any object oriented language, okay. If you are using data science, if you are a data scientist, you want to become a data scientist, then this class and function concept is a must in Python, right? Then you have, statistical information. You must have statistical information. You must have algebra. You must have strong algebra. For example, you must have matrices concepts. You must have tensor concept, multi-dimensional matrix. Okay, those concepts are after this object-oriented concepts, right? Now we will see how files and collections work, right?